good afternoon. This is Laura from Gating Gigs, and today I'd like to talk to you about a side hustle or a gig working for the company called Study Pool. My goal is to never work at a regular 9 to 5 job ever again. I like to work side hustles and gigs to fill up my days, and as long as I make between $200 and $500 a day, I'm fine with that. Because my goal is never to go a regular job ever again. So far, it's been doing well. I've been doing it for over a year now, and I've had no problems. Some days it's lower, some days it's higher. But in order for me to do that, I need to have enough work and enough jobs lined up so that way I can make that money per day. And sometimes you have one side hustle or gig that doesn't have a lot of work that day, so you have to find another one, to fill in the time so you can make that money. So this is one of the ones that I've been interested in doing. I have not yet applied for it. I'm in the process of applying, but I thought it was a good one to share because, there's a lot of people out here that have the knowledge and the skill set to share with people. It's just that they don't know how to share it with people. Like, yeah, you can be a content creator and, say, oh, this is how you do this A, B, and C. But there's other ways to share knowledge, and tutoring is one of those ways. And you can make money doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and share the link down below. And then I found their mission statement, and it says Study Pool is an online global tutoring platform that welcomes students of all levels to deepen their learning experience. And we believe all students should have access to high quality tutors, regardless of their time, location, or budget constraints. So your goal is to be a tutor on here. So you're going to have to take a test on here. And once you take a test, they'll decide whether or not you're able to be a tutor in that skill set. And that's the part where I'm at now. So, like, they have like a tutor application, and this says, it vets tutors to ensure they are qualified to work on the platform. And it's like a typical job application. You'll be asked to provide information about yourself and your qualification. And then you'll have to do 3 short questions on the topics of your choice. And then they assess your knowledge and skills. Now, the thing I did see on here is that they don't want you to use artificial intelligence. So, like, you can't go grab your answers from ChatGPT or Gemini or Bard or any of those other platforms to give your responses. Like it says here, ChatGPT. Otherwise, you'll be immediately declined. So, if you have the knowledge, you can basically find information online and then just reword it in your own words. That's what I feel, because that's what you're gonna do anyway. But as long as you're not taking it from Chat GTP or getting the answer from there and just changing a word or two, because they'll be able to detect that. So then what you do is you just put the link, and then you just put start your application now, and then you take the test. Now, I have not started yet, so I don't know like how lengthy the test is, but I did go look at Glassdoor, and it said that the application process, I saw on here that one person said that the application process was a little long, and I do believe that because I applied for another type of these gigs in the past, and it was long because you had to prove your skill. So, like, if you're saying that you're good at science and you have a degree in science, well, you kind of have to write like a little paper or like something about that subject so that they can prove that you're good at that. And they critique it and they say whether or not you're to their par, whether or not they'll accept you or not. But I did look on Glassdoor in terms of their reviews. They did have I think it was a 4.0 review out of a 5-point scale. Yeah, it was a 4-star review out of a 5 scale, which is a pretty good review. And I did see, like, for the salaries, it showed between like a low range of like in the 30s, low 30s. Yeah, I saw like 30s in here. And then a high range I saw in the 70s here. But it also looks like, there's tutors, academic tutor. They have different names for it here. So this is one of those ones, when I was looking at it, like when you look at on the bottom of the tutor page when you're applying, it shows like what they're paying for different ones. Can you do this one for $15? Can you do this one for $20? Can you do this for $24? Like, they're telling you how much they'll pay for that. So I think you can make as much as you want to make as long as you're able to do the work, and some of the skills and the work are going to be taking you a little longer to do. So this is one of those ones, like, I wouldn't quit my day job for it. I would just use this as a side hustle or a gig, and then just be aware, like, for this particular one, and there was another one I applied for. I try to find it, and I'll like put the link down below if I can find it, or I'll just create another video for that one. I'll just create another video for that one when I find it. But like on these ones, these are kind of like somebody needs the information, they need it now. So you can't like take up say I'll accept it and you're not going to do it for a couple days. If you agree to one, you got to do it right away. That's all there is to it. But I still think it is within your own hours because it's not like, if it shows up at 10 o'clock at night and you grab it at 10 o'clock at night, you could do it at that time. If it's not due to the next day, as long as you do it within their time frame. And then it supports a lot of different payoff methods. You could do ACH Bank, PayPal, Pioneer, Western Union, and it has a few other different type options here as well. I did not see on here which different countries this was for, but because they have all these different payout options, I'm imagining if you can work from another country, you could, but I couldn't see for sure whether or not you could be from another country in order to do this. That part right there, I could not verify at all. But anyways, I'm going to put the link for this one down below. What you do is you just, go in. There's a button on the first screen. It took away the button for me because I started the application. And then you'll just click on the button, hit the start your application now. It's going to have you enter your email address for you to do the initial sign up. And then you'll start filling out your application from there. I'm on that second part of it. So that's why you can't see the regular home screen on this one. But anyways, I think this is a good one to get into. If you like, if you're an academic person or if you're a person that has a skill set of something like math, and you could be a math tutor, why not? If you have an accounting skill set and you can be an accounting tutor, why not? Even if your skill set, like, is something like, as long as it's like something that somebody's going to school for, like chemistry, biology, if you have that skill set and you can tutor for it, then, it's worth applying for. And if you get in, you get in. If you don't, you don't. Like, it doesn't, the only time that it takes out of your day is the time that it takes to do the application. If you get denied, you get denied. And if you get in, then you have to do that research. Anyways, this is Dolores from Getting Gigs. I'll put the link down below. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, I would appreciate it. Have a great night.